Naruto, 10 Shinobi who deserve the Sharingan more than Danzo. Danzo's stolen Sharingan could have been put to better use. Danzo Shimura was regarded as one of the respected elders in the Hidden Leaf Village. Danzo held very dangerous ideals, believing it was acceptable to harm members of his own village as long as it ensured the protection of Konohagakure. He refused to explore options that didn't involve betraying his own people, as he believed there was no other way. Though he was certain he was acting in the best interest of the village, his actions often involved manipulation and teaming up with known enemies of Konohagakure like Orochimaru. Danzo was also an exceptionally strong shinobi. In his old age, most of his strength was attributed to his right arm, which was embedded with 10 stolen Sharingan eyes and the cells of Hashirama Senju. Danzo's use of the Sharingan may have been interesting to see, but let's face it, practically any shinobi other than Danzo deserved the Sharingan more. 10. A Sharingan would enhance Shikamaru's Kekkei Genkai use. Shikamaru Nara is an extremely intelligent shinobi, proven to be a great asset to his team as well as his village. Shikamaru has a Kekkei Genkai that allows him to manipulate his shadow to control or attack his targets. His shadow possession technique has given his comrades a great advantage during battle. But Shikamaru's technique exhausts him fairly quickly. Moreover, it becomes essentially useless at night. What Shikamaru lacks in brawn, he makes up in intellect, and the Sharingan would most certainly bolster Shikamaru's tactical plans of attack. 9. 10-10 would get a well-deserved advantage. 10-10 is an impressive kunoichi and member of one of the hardest working teams in Konoha, Team Guy, and works even harder to keep up with her teammates Niji Hyuga and Rock Lee. Niji has one of the strongest dojutsu in the hidden villages, the Byakugan. Lee is an exceptional taijutsu user, capable of unlocking the 8 gates. While 10-10 doesn't have a Kekkei Genkai or advanced hand-to-hand combat abilities. She trained very hard to become a weapon specialist. Her determination and support from her team has led her to many victories, but obtaining a Sharingan would put her on an even playing field. 8. The Sharingan would have given Asuma a better fighting chance in his battle against Haiden. Asuma Sarutobi comes from a well-respected family in Konoha. He is the son of the 3rd Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Asuma is a strong shinobi whose special skills involve taijutsu and the use of chakra-infused weapons. As a member of the 12 Guardian Ninja, Asuma learned special abilities like the gift of the Hermit group that allowed him to use unique forms of chakra. He's also able to use fire release techniques. In his final fight against Haiden, Asuma fought well with strong techniques but ultimately fell short against Haiden, an immortal member of the Akatsuki. If Asuma had a Sharingan, it's possible that he would have had access to techniques that could have saved his life. 7. With all of the skills Tsunade possesses, the Sharingan would make her an even better kunoichi. Tsunade Senju belongs to a legendary clan and is the granddaughter of the 1st Hokage, Hashirama Senju. Despite the incredible amount of trauma she suffered losing her brother and the love of her life, Tsunade not only became a strong kunoichi, she became the 5th Hokage. As one of the legendary Sannin, Tsunade is incredibly strong. Her chakra-infused punches and kicks are deadly. In addition, she is the best medical ninja in the series. A Sharingan would only increase her strength and abilities. 6. Jiraiya could have defeated Pain. Jiraiya is a brilliant shinobi, master of senjutsu, and a legendary sannin. Even though he was a lover of women and could be easily distracted by them, there weren't many ninja that could put up a fight against him. Pain used the 6 paths technique to control 6 bodies that executed unique attacks. These attacks ultimately got the best of Jiraiya despite his many abilities. And he tragically died. However, Pain stated that if Jiraiya had known the truth behind his abilities, namely the fact that his real body was kept at a separate location controlling the other bodies, he wouldn't have been able to defeat him. If Jiraiya had the Sharingan, he would have had the Eye of Insight, which allows the user to see chakra, meaning there's no way Pain could have defeated Jiraiya with a Sharingan. 5. Might Due would have moved on from the Genin level and earned more respect. Known as the Eternal Genin, Might Due was looked down on for his inability to pass the Genin level. He was never too proud to request the opportunity to go on missions, even though his comrades were much younger than him. Though he didn't have any special skill, Due still worked incredibly hard and kept a positive attitude in the face of ridicule. His son, Might Guy, was often embarrassed by his father and insecure because he also didn't show much promise as a student at the academy. Due taught his son to maintain the spirit of youth and ignore the criticism of others. And ultimately sacrificed himself to protect his comrades using the 8 gates to kill 4 of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. As a shinobi with so much heart, dedication, and kindness, he definitely deserved any Kekkei Genkai, including the Sharingan. 4. Naruto Uzumaki would have had a better life during his adolescence. Naruto doesn't need a Kekkei Genkai. His journey to becoming an incredibly strong shinobi and, eventually, the 7th Hokage has been amazing to witness. However, if there was an opportunity for him to possess a dojutsu like the Sharingan, he's definitely deserving. He was ostracized for most of his life and wasn't taken very seriously as a ninja. Though it made him a better person, striving to be acknowledged by a village that hated him took its toll. The acquisition of the Sharingan could have changed the perception of his fellow villagers and made his training process a bit easier. 3. Might Guy would have had a better experience in the early stages of his training. Much like his father, Guy wasn't as skilled as his classmates. This discouraged Guy in his youth, and though his father did everything he could to encourage him, Guy didn't really begin to put his teachings into practice until his father sacrificed his life. Guy pushed himself to become one of the strongest ninjas in Konoha and earned the recognition of Kakashi Hatake, ultimately becoming his respected rival. Guy's determination and hard work would only be strengthened by the Sharingan. 2. There wouldn't be anyone Lee couldn't beat. Rock Lee is not a member of the Might family, but he might as well be. He's the cherished student of Might Guy, and had the teachings of the spirit of eternal youth passed down to him. Lee also doesn't have any special abilities outside of his taijutsu and the impressive chakra control he maintains. He trains constantly, and is able to fight against some of the strongest ninja with special abilities. Lee's lack of a Kekkei Genkai has never held him back, but the acquisition of a Sharingan would make him pretty unstoppable. 1. Shisui Uchiha deserved better. Watching Danzo steal Shisui's Sharingan was infuriating. Shisui was a peacemaker at heart, and didn't agree with the beliefs of his clan. Danzo wasn't convinced that Shisui would be able to dissuade his clan from attacking the village. So he decided to corner Shisui and take his eyes. He was only able to take one before Shisui escaped and entrusted his other eye to his best friend Sasuke Uchiha before committing suicide. Shisui was a good person with a good heart who deeply cared for people. He didn't deserve to be attacked, and the Sharingan Danzo stole was better off with its rightful owner.